Here's summary and review of McMafia, A Journey Through the Global Criminal Underworld by Misha Glenny. Introduction. Misha Glenny's McMafia, A Journey Through the Global Criminal Underworld is an ambitious exploration of the sprawling and complex world of international organized crime. Published in 2008, the book provides an in-depth look at how globalization has transformed crime, allowing criminal enterprises to flourish in ways that were previously unimaginable. Glenny, a seasoned journalist with extensive experience covering Eastern Europe, embarks on a global journey to expose the dark underbelly of the global economy, revealing how criminal networks operate across borders and influence every aspect of modern life. The structure and scope of McMafia. McMafia is structured around Glenny's travels to various countries and regions where organized crime has taken root and thrived. Each chapter delves into a different aspect of the global criminal underworld, from drug trafficking and human smuggling to cybercrime and money laundering. Glenny's narrative weaves together personal stories, interviews with criminals and law enforcement, and detailed research to paint a comprehensive picture of how organized crime has become a globalized industry. The book's title, McMafia, is a play on the notion of a global franchise, suggesting that organized crime, much like fast food chains, has become standardized and operates on a global scale. Glenny's investigation covers a wide range of criminal activities, highlighting the interconnectedness of these networks and their ability to adapt to the changing dynamics of the global economy. The rise of organized crime post-Cold War. Glenny begins by examining the collapse of the Soviet Union and the subsequent rise of organized crime in Eastern Europe and the former Soviet states. The fall of communism created a power vacuum that was quickly filled by criminal organizations, who exploited the chaos and lack of regulation to establish their operations. These groups, many of which had roots in the KGB and other Soviet institutions, rapidly expanded their influence, engaging in activities such as arms smuggling, drug trafficking, and extortion. One of the key insights Glenny provides is how the transition from communism to capitalism in Eastern Europe was not smooth or orderly. The rapid privatization of state assets created opportunities for corrupt officials and criminals to seize control of valuable resources, leading to the emergence of oligarchs and powerful criminal syndicates. Glenny details how these groups leveraged their newfound wealth and influence to penetrate legitimate businesses, thereby blurring the lines between legal and illegal activities. The global drug trade. A significant portion of McMafia is devoted to the global drug trade, which Glenny identifies as one of the most lucrative and pervasive criminal enterprises. He traces the supply chains of drugs like cocaine and heroin from their origins in South America and Afghanistan to their final destinations in Western Europe and North America. Glenny's exploration of the drug trade reveals the staggering profits generated by this illegal industry and the devastating impact it has on communities around the world. Glenny also examines the role of organized crime in the production and distribution of synthetic drugs, such as methamphetamine and ecstasy. He highlights the involvement of criminal organizations from Eastern Europe, particularly in the Netherlands and Belgium, where much of the production takes place. The book also explores the connections between the drug trade and other criminal activities, such as money laundering and human trafficking, demonstrating the complex and multifaceted nature of modern organized crime. Human trafficking and modern slavery. Another major focus of McMafia is human trafficking and the modern slave trade. Glenny exposes the shocking reality of how millions of people are exploited by criminal organizations, often with the complicity of corrupt officials and businesses. He provides harrowing accounts of women and children trafficked for sexual exploitation, as well as men forced into labor in industries such as agriculture, construction, and mining. Glenny's investigation into human trafficking is particularly compelling because he gives a voice to the victims of this crime, detailing their experiences and the often insurmountable challenges they face in escaping their plight. He also explores the broader social and economic factors that contribute to human trafficking, such as poverty, lack of education, and weak legal systems. By highlighting the human cost of this crime, Glenny emphasizes the urgent need for coordinated global efforts to combat human trafficking and protect vulnerable populations. The role of technology and cybercrime. One of the most contemporary aspects of McMafia is its exploration of cybercrime and the role of technology in the global criminal underworld. Glenny details how organized crime has adapted to the digital age, using the internet and other technologies to conduct illicit activities with greater efficiency and anonymity. The book covers a range of cybercrimes, including identity theft, credit card fraud, hacking, and the proliferation of online black markets. Glenny also discusses the rise of cybercrime in countries like Russia and China, where skilled hackers are often recruited by criminal organizations to carry out sophisticated attacks on financial institutions and governments. The book highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement in combating cybercrime, given the borderless nature of the internet and the difficulties in tracking down perpetrators who operate from different jurisdictions. Money laundering and financial crime. Money laundering is another critical aspect of the global criminal economy that Glenny examines in McMafia. He explains how criminal organizations use a variety of methods to launder their profits, making them appear legitimate and integrating them into the formal economy. The book explores the role of offshore financial centers, shell companies, and complex financial instruments in facilitating money laundering on a massive scale. Glenny also highlights the complicity of banks and financial institutions in money laundering, often turning a blind eye to suspicious transactions to protect their profits. The book discusses several high-profile cases of money laundering and the efforts of international organizations, such as the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, to combat this crime. However, Glenny remains skeptical about the effectiveness of these efforts, given the vast amounts of money involved and the resourcefulness of criminal organizations. The influence of organized crime on politics and society. One of the most troubling themes in McMafia is the influence of organized crime on politics and society. Glenny reveals how criminal organizations have infiltrated governments, law enforcement, and the judiciary, using corruption and intimidation to protect their interests and expand their operations. This erosion of the rule of law undermines democracy and creates a climate of fear and impunity in many parts of the world. Glenny provides examples from countries as diverse as Mexico, Italy, and Nigeria, showing how organized crime has become intertwined with political power and economic development. In some cases, criminal organizations have effectively taken over the functions of the state, providing services and protection to communities in exchange for loyalty and silence. This phenomenon, known as state capture, poses a significant challenge to global governance and the fight against organized crime. Review and analysis. Misha Glenny's McMafia is a meticulously researched and deeply engaging book that offers readers a rare glimpse into the shadowy world of global organized crime. Glenny's journalistic background and extensive fieldwork lend credibility and authenticity to his narrative, which is both informative and thought-provoking. One of the book's greatest strengths is its ability to connect the dots between seemingly disparate criminal activities and show how they are all part of a larger, interconnected global network. Glenny's writing is vivid and compelling, bringing to life the stories of the people involved in the criminal underworld, from the victims of human trafficking to the masterminds of drug cartels. However, McMafia is not without its limitations. The sheer breadth of the book's scope means that some topics are only superficially covered, and readers looking for in-depth analysis of specific crimes or regions may be left wanting more. Additionally, the book's focus on the global scale of organized crime sometimes comes at the expense of a more nuanced understanding of the local contexts in which these crimes occur. Despite these shortcomings, McMafia is an essential read for anyone interested in understanding the complexities of modern organized crime and its impact on the world. Glenny's ability to synthesize vast amounts of information and present it in a compelling narrative makes the book both accessible and insightful. Conclusion: the global challenge of organized crime. In conclusion, McMafia, A Journey Through the Global Criminal Underworld is a powerful examination of the dark side of globalization and the ways in which organized crime has adapted to and exploited the modern world. Misha Glenny's work underscores the need for a coordinated global response to the challenges posed by organized crime, one that addresses the root causes of criminality and strengthens international cooperation. The book serves as a stark reminder that the fight against organized crime is far from over and that the forces of globalization, while bringing many benefits, have also created new opportunities for criminal organizations to thrive. As McMafia makes clear, understanding and confronting the global criminal underworld is crucial for building a safer and more just world. This summary and review of McMafia by Misha Glenny captures the book's key themes, insights, and contributions to the understanding of global organized crime. If you need more details on any specific section or additional analysis, feel free to ask.